When do you pivot on your business idea slash company? Now, this is a very crucial topic here because it's something that you're definitely going to have to experience. And actually, it's going to be the pivotal, that's why it's called a pivot. It's going to be the pivotal moment in your business because if you look at historically for all different companies out there, for example, you look at Instagram, it started off as Barbin, which was a location app and which did do quite well. But through that app, they realized certain features that users liked and then they ended up creating Instagram out of that. So the reason why pivoting is very important is because you're able to run your first idea in a market sector. So you're still staying within that market sector, that market area. Either it's an entertainment or either it's an app for healthcare, whatever it might be. You're just finding a set of features that people were attracted to, and then you end up focusing on what can be able to push that product to the next level. So that's basically what a pivot is. And the reason why a pivot is very important is because if you end up sticking to that same thing you fall in love with the romance and idea, okay? Never fall in love with an idea or get too romantic about it. You want to fall in love with the mission because the idea is just an idea that was possibly able to get you to your mission. But if you use multiple strategies, which might be a pivot that you realize, if we execute like this, then we'll get to that mission. So it's the same thing for Snapchat as well. They started off, I think, with was it a Peekaboo or something like that? They found certain features people liked, and then they ended up focusing on that more. And then that's how Snapchat was able to just come out and be able to blow up and grow really big. And it's the same thing for other different companies. When you launch something for the first time and you're not quite sure what the customers might like, you're not sure what might end up working the best, you end up focusing on the data you're collecting, and then from there you're able to create a pivot and execute on that. Now, here's the other important thing. Here's when you know it's time for you to pivot. And here's when you know you should pivot. It's when you don't feel a sense of you're going to regret if you don't pivot. I'm not sure if that makes sense because a lot of people think that, oh, if you're pivoting, you're quitting on your main idea or this first idea you had. That's not true. If you gave it your all on that first idea and you were able to learn a set of things, it's important that you pivot because not every idea or concept is going to get you to where you need to be in your mission for your company. So that's why it's very important for you to be very flexible and actually pivot. Pivoting is very important for any company, especially startups, especially when it comes to apps, social based startups. That might either be in the sense of like creating an app that should go viral, like kind of like the sense of like a social media application. It can even be a healthcare application. It's in general, you want to be able to make sure you figure out what's working and then pivot based on that. Some people pivot to the point where they change the entire company's name and some of the things it does, like we know Barbin to Instagram. That's a really big example that you should definitely go research more into. And there are countless and countless of other different examples there are out there that people have been able to use and execute on. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. And by the way, the reason why I'm making this video about a pivot is because we're currently, in our experience with I already talked about the Hybrid Box, which we're building. As in the beginning, it started off as something that the mission is still the same, the end goal is the same, but in the last year, we've been trying different things and experimenting, and we found out this is what's gonna work. So we were able to pivot towards building this product instead, and it's been able to work out better because we did not fall in love with the romantic idea we had at first. We fell in love with the mission, and through the mission, we saw that it's better for us to execute on this because it's more affordable and more cost effective, and it's gonna hit right home on the mission. So that's why I'm making this video. It's based on my experience that we just went through recently and also some different things that are going on right now. I've come to realize when you're very flexible to pivoting, you're very open to changes, that's when you're gonna be able to get to where you need to get to faster because guess what? The conditions do change, the market does move around, and you gotta be flexible as well, okay? Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you on another Entrepreneur Vault 100 episode. Peace out.